guys, girls, all genders, all kinds out there. What's going on? Swayze is back with another video today. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will say, it's been a couple days. I'll admit, I've been a little bit off my grind. But if I have to say one thing in specific about YouTube, it's that y'all never cease to amaze me. I will say I try to make a comeback, and I feel like I'm going to. My views are going up surprisingly enough. The Brady was back video, the Patriots rebuild. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Banger video. And along with the Giants rebuild as well, both doing very well in their respectable time frames. But I will say this is something I have been wanting to do for a while, and me getting the views that I really wanted to see off those videos like instantly, it kind of gave me some extra motivation to come out here and make this video. I actually had this video recorded 2 days ago, but I had some unforeseen circumstances come up in my life that I had to go handle in the 2 day span. But Swayze is back, and Swayze is ready to take the Atlanta Falcons to the Super Bowl. And y'all might be asking, how are you gonna do that, Swayze? You know, Falcons choked in 2016, Falcons choked in 1998. Coming from a Falcons fan himself, I think this team has the potential to go deep in the playoffs. Not to the Super Bowl quite yet, but deep in the playoffs. And that all starts with trading away Kirk Cousins. And let me explain that. Kirk Cousins is the reason we didn't make the playoffs this year. I will tell you, if Michael Penix started this entire year, we would have been in the playoffs with an 11-6 record. And I will stand on that, and I will stand by that till the day that I die. But besides that fact, I will say this is a very young, talented team. You got Kyle Pitts, Michael Penix Jr., Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Darnell Mooney, who didn't really get his opportunity in Chicago. Defensively, not so young, but still getting there. We do got to actually start Justin Simmons, as Strong said. He will only be starting there this year. We are going to try to get some key free agency signings, see how far we can get in just year number one alone with the default playbooks. If we can't get too far, then I think I will switch up the playbooks. This linebacker core has got a lot better as the year has gone on with Caden Ellis, Arnold. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. Matthew Judon, Grady Jarrett, David Onyemata, Mike Hughes, AJ Terrell, and Clark Phillips. Secondary is really decent. D. Alford has obviously taken a big step back. Now, the big piece of why we have lost so many games as of recently is we're actually missing out on Younghoe Koo big time. He would have hit those kicks against the Commanders, against the Panthers, per se. He would have hit those and we would have won both those games and been in the playoffs today. But unfortunately, we were missing out on Younghoe Koo and had a horrible kicker. But this team has a lot of potential, so why is this really even a rebuild? This team needs that extra to go into the playoffs, and I think Michael Penix is that. And I am going to start by trading away Kirk Cousins. I gotta make sure my mic isn't muted at all, and I kind of gotta turn up my fan. But let me see if anybody's offering anything good for Kirk Cousins. We got Darnell Baker, a corner. Okay, so I kind of want to go out and get a really good left guard if I can, and a pick. I would take a Tevin Jenkins and a third round pick for Kirk Cousins. Or, y'all have 2 seconds. I'll take your third rounder and Tevin Jenkins off your hands for Kirk Cousins, and that is very obviously declined. Can I just get a second rounder out of you guys, the Chicago Bears? Can I just get a second rounder? No, I cannot. We gotta go find somebody who's willing to trade away. Do I want to eat Kirk Cousins' cap for the rest of this rebuild? Because I feel like it'd be better for us if we just ate the cap. I think we're going to eat Kirk Cousins' cap and let him regress as it goes on. I don't think we're going to try to get any extreme trade value out of him, but I do want to start off by trying to trade away Matthew Judon. He still has a superstar dev, 81 overall, but is 32 years old, and that's where I want to get rid of him at. He is older. So Ryan Neal, a safety. We don't really need safety. Trayvon Walker. Emmanuel Mosley, absolute dog, Tennessee alum, might I add. Romeo Dobbs could be a great slot. Caleb Von Chason was a dog in college. Don't know what happened to him. Tyler Lockett and Jerome Baker. I think really I might go Trayvon Walker here, and I might try to get a little bit extra out of Trayvon Walker. Out of Matthew Judon, actually. I'll go for a later third round pick in Trayvon Walker and see if they accept this. Oh my goodness, it is close. So we're going to throw in a fourth rounder, which is what we're going to do. I'm going to throw in their second rounder along with our fourth and fifth. Because I don't use those picks. I'll just go for your third. Your earlier third, of course. And see if I can just get your third round pick. And, it is really close. I guess I'll throw in my fifth rounder. We get an extra third for a fourth and a fifth, and we get Trayvon Walker for Matthew Judon. So I am not too upset with that trade out. I'm actually really satisfied with that. More than you could possibly know. I do want to see if we can't get rid of Tyler Algier and see what we can get out of him, because he will not be. We will not be re-signing him later on. Caleb on Chase on and Jeremy Reeves. I want to see if I can get anything more with Tyler Algier. We will keep Kyle Pitts because I feel like I can develop him and make him really good. Kyle Pitts and where's Grady Jarrett? Okay, David Onyemata and Trevor Walker are going to be our 1-2 punches, but Grady Jarrett and Tyler Algier, let's see what we can't get. Price 2 for 1. We could go get a center. We could get J.K. Dobbins to replace Tyler Algier, who is basically a better version of Tyler Algier. EJ Speed, a nice little linebacker. Quan Martin, a young safety that we could go grab, or Jake Ferguson. Sidney Brown, Juwan, the Dog Jennings, Romeo Dobbs, DJ Johnson, Marte Mapu, Nate Hobbs. We could add him onto the squad. Might consider that one. We're really just building this team up. Tyreek Stevenson looks good. I do like this trade offer right here, but I kind of want to go J.K. Dobbins so we can replace Tyler Algier, and I want to see if I can get like an earlier pick. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Where's J.K. Dobbins? There's J.K. Dobbins, and can I get an earlier pick than the 4th rounder? Because both these guys are relatively valuable to me. So we get a 3rd rounder and J.K. Dobbins for Grady Jarrett and Tyler Algier. I am not upset at all with that. I can turn around and turn J.K. Dobbins into what just happened there? I can turn J.K. Dobbins into something more than just than what Tyler Algier was putting out there. Um, I want to try to get an extra offensive lineman, even though this offensive line is good to say the least. I do want to try to get an extra offensive lineman. I don't want to hold on to a backup running back because we do have. Is this legal? Can I do this? Can I go back and grab Tyler Algier? I kind of want to get Dax Hill or Adoree Jackson. No, Adoree Jackson is a little older. Let's see. Let's see how much these guys really value Dax Hill or how much they value J.K. Dobbins. I want to see if I can get another like 3rd rounder out of them. Get another 3rd rounder. Oh my gosh, we get Dax Hill and a 3rd rounder out of J.K. Dobbins. I am a-okay with that outcome. We have our starting running back in Bijan Robinson, but we get Dax Hill, who is now our cornerback number 2. We have Trayvon Walker, David Onyemata online. I mean, this defense is lackluster to say the least, but we did get a lot of draft capital doing what we were doing and trading those guys away. But I'm gonna go ahead and sim to the playoffs, or actually, I'll see you guys in I will sim to the playoffs and I'll see you guys there. I'm gonna take care of everything in between. I do like to stop at the midseason every now and then, but it does extend my videos time, and I go over time a lot, and I have to cut out a lot. So I'm gonna try to stop putting in the midseason points until I can get a PC to where I can upload videos longer than an hour. But let's go ahead and get into the playoffs, and I will see you guys over there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have made it to the playoffs. We actually went 9-8, missing the wild card round, surprisingly enough. Let's go take a look and see how our guy Michael Penix Jr. did. Not too bad, not too great. Could have been better. Let's go look at rushing the balls. Bijan eclipsed 1,000 yards with 17 touchdowns. I mean, pretty nice. Receiving the ball looks like Darnell Mooney for 1,200 with 16 touchdowns. Good grief. Defensively, Braylon Trice was in there for 4 sacks. That was the main one I really wanted to get going, along with Trayvon Walker. He will get going next year. I want to see if I can get Braylon Trice a dev up, but I don't know if I did. Let's go take a look at the NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year candidates. Michael Penix was 4th, and doesn't look like we had anybody for Defensive Rookie of the Year. That sucks. Best running back, looks like Bijan was in there. Best wide receiver, Darnell Mooney has got to be in there. He's got to get a dev up this year, right? Certainly has to get a dev up. I might start this new rule where if say if I have a quarterback and he ends in the top 5, he gets a dev up or whatever. Like if they're a normal dev and they end in the top 10, then they get a dev up to star. If they're a star dev and they end in the top 5, then they get a superstar upgrade. And then if they end in the top 3 or the top 2, then they get a superstar X Factor. I might start doing that. To make these rebuilds a little bit easier and fly by a little bit quicker. But we really have nothing to show in the playoffs here. I wish we did, but we really don't. So I guess it's just on to the offseason. We are in the re-sign period, and we're going to accept Drake London's 5th-year option. We do need to get him going soon enough. Justin Simmons is walking. We are going to accept Trayvon Walker's 5th-year option. I do want to get him rolling. Dax Hill, I will accept his options. We're gonna have some big contracts coming out here, but these are gonna be big time players here in the future. Drew Dalman is gonna walk. Actually, we might bring back Drew Dalman. I'll bring him back for 2 years and a little bit extra money. We've always had a problem getting a center, and normally I let him walk, but I don't know if I can this time. We did sign Clyde Edwards-Helaire and David Bakhtiari, but we were gonna let them both walk. Just sign them so we can have a few extra wins this year and get a top qualifying pick. I guess it's time to get into the free agency, and this is, everybody knows this is my favorite part of the video: free agency and drafting. This offseason is like where we really rebuild this team. And starting out, looks like we have Trent Brown, Demarcus Lawrence, Khalil Mack, Amari Cooper. I feel like we gotta go all in on Trent Brown here and sign him to a multi-year deal. We need to go look at offensive line and see what pieces we can really get here. So nothing at left guard really, nothing really at center. Ryan Kelly is always in the free agency and it bothers me. It annoys me actually how much Ryan Kelly is in the free agency. Brandon Sheriff, right tackle. Looks like Trent Brown is kind of the big target that we're gonna need here. We'll bring him in for 2 years and then give him whatever type of money that he does want. He is gonna be a key. I feel like this team is gonna be ready to go here in the next 2 years. This is gonna be the only guy that we sign, so we're going all in for Trent Brown, and that pretty much does it for this year's free agency. If we're paying Kirk Cousins so much, I would opt in to go for some other people. But doesn't look like there's too many people really worth my time. I guess Baron Browning, possibly, and then maybe a middle linebacker down the board. Right outside linebacker, Khalil Mack. Corner, Rasul Douglas, but we're gonna get corner in this year's draft. I did actually scout out some pretty good corners that were on the board. Hopefully we can. Yeah, Trent Brown is really the only guy that I'm interested in. DeMarcus Lawrence, he can be a nice piece for a year, but he's gonna regress throughout the year. We did get Trent Brown. That was one of the key pieces that we needed. I guess it's on to the draft, and I'll see you guys there. Here we are in the draft, and let's go actually take a look at the roster because I forgot to show y'all the dev ups and everything like that. I haven't even seen them myself. So looks like Michael Penix is up to an 80 overall. Do we give him another year and maybe let him cook? Or do we go out and draft a quarterback in this year's draft? Because there's some good quarterbacks in this year's upcoming draft. I don't know. Maybe we give Michael Penix another year to cook, and if that doesn't work out too well, we do go draft another quarterback. Looking at the defense side of things, we really do need D tackle and defensive end. Those are two big ones. I might move Braylon Trice down. Actually, no, Braylon Trice is our starting outside linebacker. Defensively, we're relatively the same except for Justin Simmons, so we do need to get safety, probably an extra corner and a D lineman. I feel like D tackle or middle linebacker here. We did scout out some guys that looked really good, so let's go ahead and get into the draft and see what picks we have. I don't really think we have a quarterback value pick. We're number 18 after a 9-8 record. We wound up going to number 18, so let's see what cards are dealt to us at number 18, and we will go from there. Hopefully we don't get any of the quarterbacks. Looks like all the good quarterbacks went off the board really early. So let's see what cards we really are dealt here and see what we have working with us and against us. So I did scout out some corners that looked really good, but we can take them later in next round. I do want to get a guy that is a projected round 1 guy. So middle linebacker, ooh, I do like that. I didn't see that guy. Looks like this guy was actually around 2 to 3 talents, so we're not going to scout him. We're not going to go for him. But this middle linebacker here has just piqued my interest in. Marcus Edison looks really good, and we kind of need him. I feel like that is a big need for us right now. I feel like we take him. Marcus Edison, welcome to the team. Ranked number 20 in true talent, got him number 18. Hopefully we can get one of those corners in next round. And third round is where we're going to cook. We got a lot of third round picks going into this year, so we have to really cook in the third round. That is where we are going to absolutely take off and flourish. We do need to get one of those corners. Hopefully neither of them was taken. It was round 2 or 3 projected guys, but I don't think both of them got taken. Neither of them actually got taken. So let's see, which one do we want? The younger one? We're going to go with the younger one. I feel like you always got to go younger here. He might be a little bit faster. We're just going to pick Khalil Goodson. Welcome to the squad. 21st in true talent, normal def. Golly, man, you gotta stop baiting with these picks. I'm not gonna lie. Went with the younger one, and it kind of came back to bite us in the ass. Now let's go and try to find us a really good key player here. Looks like we actually scouted our receiver in Manu Matias. I kind of want to take him. Deep threat guy, round one talent. Is he fast? He is very fast. We're taking Manu Matthias, number 19th in true talent, hidden dev, 96 speed. He is going to be our slot guy and our number 2 receiver going into next year. I think I'm going to try to get this corner with the number 9 pick here and see if I didn't miss. See if I missed or didn't miss. He's gone, so that is perfectly fine. I'm going to cry myself to sleep tonight. Let's see if we can't get a backup quarterback to Michael Penix. We're not a halfback potentially. Oh, we need to take a look at the halfbacks. We need a backup halfback for Bijan, and it looks like DeAndre Hooker's kind of the only one. Could go get a tight end. Ooh, there's some good looking tight ends on this class. Speaking of, Wade Trainer did not attend the combine. Is that because you're really good or because you're really bad? Short route is an A, catching is an A, deep route A to C awareness. He is a deep threat guy, or vertical threat. I think we're going to draft Wade Trainer here and take a major risk with him. He is hidden dev, so keep that in mind. He might even wind up being the best thing we drafted all video if we do develop him right and we do make the right decisions with him. I feel like we need to go D-tackle here and buffing up the defensive line. Looks like we got some round 1 to 2 wide receivers right here. How many wide receivers do we have scouted out? Quite a few, but I did just draft the fastest guy in the draft, so I don't really need either of those guys. I really need D-tackle here. D-tackle is kind of the big one, the big need of the draft, and I feel like power moves is an F, but he's not a power. Is he a power move guy? He's a run stopper. So finesse was B, block shed is a B, tackling is a B. This guy looks a little bit better. You know, he's better power moves, maybe not better play reg, same awareness. I'm gonna take a chance on Patrick Matthews, 50th in true talent, hidden dev. Whoa, we have been hitting this draft, except for that one corner, which is, I guess, acceptable. We did have a lot of third-round picks. We have to hit on almost all these. This is the future of our team, and then after this, we are completely and totally done. I do want to go see if I can find a different corner that potentially is good. Maybe we take a chance on somebody completely random. Hit, power, block, shedding, catching. Press coverage is normally a good indicator. Play rec is D. We normally don't have good play rec. Zone. Hit power is A to B. B block shed. A to B stamina. C to D injury. Who has the best catching? He has the best catching, but I will say this guy looks the best as just like popping out to me. This guy does look the best. We're gonna take Michael Hankins and see how high up the board he is. Number 138, normal dev. Sorry guys, roommate walked in the room. But that is gonna conclude this year's draft. I will pee right back actually to finish this video. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the draft recap, and it's time to take a look at how we did. Oh my goodness. We hit on all the picks that we made manually, except for Hankins. I guess we really did hit on every single one of them. Wade Trainer is a 73 overall. Patrick Matthews being a 74. The middle linebacker we drafted was actually a 77 overall. Let's go take a look and see how the quarterbacks looked in this year's draft, and they looked amazing. Randy Brackens looked great. Who was the highest overall in this class? Randy Brackens was the highest overall. I bet he's a superstar X Factor. If he is hidden dev, so he might be superstar or superstar X Factor would be crazy. And he is gonna be a star dev. So did we maybe draft and get away with one there? Oh no, Cole Blumberg, hidden dev. But is he gonna be a superstar or a star? He's gonna be a superstar X Factor. My goodness. Okay, so there's the future Patrick Mahomes of the league, and I don't think there's any getting around it. I do want to take a look at Addison Bolden. This was one guy that I was really heavily looking at, and I wanted to trade up to get him while I was doing all my scouting stuff, and I want to see what he is. A superstar. Oh my gosh. I should have gotten a top pick this year. I should have tanked for a top pick, and we just did not. But I guess that concludes the draft, and I'll see you guys all in the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're in the wild card against the Green Bay Packers. Let's go take a look at how we stacked up against the rest of the NFL. It looks like Patrick Mahomes went nuclear with 57 touchdowns. That's actually wild. Michael Penix Jr. is putting up mid stats. Bijan Robinson, a little bit of a down year. 5.3 yards a carry is not bad. Receiving looks like Manu Matthias only had 943 yards receiving, but Kyle Pitts got in there for 785. Did switch up the playbooks. Midway through the year, did we have anybody hit for offensive rookie or defensive rookie of the year? Matthias did, so he's going to be going up a dev. Defensive rookie of the year did not, but Khalil Goodson was in there. We haven't been taking a look at the defensive stats. That's kind of bad. I mean, that's shame on me, right? Shame on me. 8 sacks for Trayvon Walker. Definitely a good year for him. I need to get these sack totals up. Let's go and look at the interceptions. Dax Hill had 4. AJ Terrell had 4. I expect dev ups from both of them. Caden Ellis had 2. Khalil Goodson had 2 as well. Looks like I need to go look and see what everybody's devs are. Manu Matthias, I'm hoping he's at least a superstar. Then he'll go up to a superstar X Factor and just insanely develop at an insane rate. Let's go look and see. Matthias is going to be a star, but he's going up to superstar after this year, so definitely something to build on there with Manu Matthias. Need to get Drake London going as well. Looking at the defensive side, oh my goodness, Edison was a superstar X Factor. Guys, a superstar X Factor. I don't think you understand. I drafted that linebacker in the first round. Oh my goodness. Okay, he's a superstar X Factor, and the D tackle was only a star. Let's go ahead and see how far we can make it in the actual playoffs. And I think I'm going to do something a little different here. I was using the Kansas City playbook for purposes like Michael Penix Jr. purposes, but I think it's time I switch over to the Cincy playbook. And I see if my team can cook. Let's see if our team can cook with the Cincinnati playbook. I think I might switch. I got to find a good 3-4 defense. So I feel like, isn't Carolina a 3-4 defense? Yeah, a base 3-4 scheme. So we're cooking. But I need to get more picks and I need to get more sacks. But we're going to advance this week by week and see how far we can get. Our defense definitely needs to get better. That is what's holding us back, and we do lose in the wild card. So I'll see you guys in the offseason. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to re-sign players. Gotta accept Bijan's option. I don't know if we're going to be able to bring back Kyle Pitts after the year he just had. We do have only 29 million in cap. So we need to go look and see at everybody we do have. I think Kyle Pitts is going to get brought back. Superstar dev, you know, I mean, you don't really find a superstar dev in free agency or anything like that. So, especially a younger tight end, we do offer him a good contract there. And we're going to go see who we can get out of the free agency. We need to get outside linebacker in the draft. We only have 13 million in cap room, so like that's kind of, it'll go up after we we do only have 13 million in cap room, so we're only going to be able to sign one guy, and we would love to get Joe Thuney and Tyler Linderbaum in the same free agency period, but I don't think we're going to be able to. We could readjust some offers that we had put out there, but I think because next year we're going to have a lot of cap if I do that, so I don't really want to do that this year. We need to go find somebody who is way down the board and not worth a whole lot. Did I just see a superstar? Way down the board, not worth a whole lot of money. We didn't re-sign Arnold. We do need Malcolm Rodriguez would be a great guy to bring in for 4 years to just fill in that hole. I actually kind of want to bring him in for 2 years, but that would make it kind of impossible for us to sign him. Let's see. Is he even being targeted by anyone? He is, by the Jets. Being very, very player friendly. Bringing him in for 5. Maybe he will develop. Maybe not. We'll have to see most certainly. But now we're in the fight with the Jets, and he does sign with the Jets. I don't think we're going to sign anybody this free agency, unfortunately, but we are going to have an amazing draft. I'll see you guys over there. People, we are here in the draft, and I actually forgot to go through and show y'all the dev ups that we did have in this season. Michael Penix Jr. needs to get going. Looks like Kirk Cousins actually did retire. Manu Matthias is now to a superstar dev along with Kyle Pitts. Defensively, Edison dev down. We might have to switch to a 4 D-line set. Goodson is up to an 80 overall. We need to fill some positions. Mainly D-line and outside linebacker, but other than that, I think we're set on all of the positions. We'll have to go see in this draft and see where we wind up really drafting here. But let's go ahead and get to the draft and see what is available to us at the pick that we do have. We're 9 and 8. We go to number 20, which sucks. I don't know if we're gonna get the guys that we really want here, but we're gonna try to. We're gonna try to get the guys that we want. I already see one guy that I wanted. He's off the board. I think both of them. Two of the guys that I wanted. Okay, so Travis Woodley. We scouted him out. And looks like these. Okay, so if you scouted both those guys out, I actually favorited them beforehand. But Travis Woodley looks great. He is a top 5 projected talent. Round 1 projection. He fell all the way to us. I think we're going to take him at number 4 in true talent and hidden depth. There is something that we can grow on. There is something that we can do with that. Hopefully that right guard is still there by the end of the second round because we do need right guard. Let's see. I think he's still there. I think he's still there. Ladies and gentlemen, we might have just got our future guard if he is still there. Justice Noel, welcome to the Atlanta Falcons. You are going to be great for us. 15th in true talent, hidden depth. Something we can build upon with this kid right here. Let's get into the third round and see what we can get. I actually did mess up my scouting because I forgot to set my national focus scouting, so it's going to be a little bit harder to draft in this third round than it normally would. But I think it's going to be okay. Did we scout like anybody? So my national focus scouting kind of screwed me here. Left guard, center, right guard, tackle, left end, right end, D tackle, outside linebacker, middle linebacker, outside linebacker again, corner. I'm about to say screw it and just go corner again. And ooh, this guy actually he has a block shed. Looks like a slot guy. And we need an outside linebacker. We need to go outside linebacker here and buffing up that part of our weaknesses. This guy actually block shedding. He's a pass coverage guy. We're gonna take Sidney Culliver with this pick. I guess he was number 51, hidden depth. That is something to build upon there. I think I've seen another outside linebacker that I really liked in this class. Let's see. There's a quarterback. Hold on. Do we move on from Michael Penix here? Do we move on from Michael Penix and go with Devin Tennant? Okay, he has okay like abilities and stuff like that, but we actually need to go back to outside linebacker and look at guys like the guys like this right here. These two guys look amazing. I guess this guy kind of looks a little bit better. He is a run stopper. This guy looks really good. Both of these guys look good at left outside linebacker. Chris Browning, let's take a look at him. BBAB is the best that he can have. They're both the same thing, so BAAB. So Brent Lang looks better, but let's take a look at this guy. BAAB. Does he have better physicals by chance? He does. Elite speed. I think we're taking Kevin Bennett with this pick. He's going to be 89th in true talent. Normal dev. Ouch. Ouch. That one hurt a lot. Maybe we can go out and get another outside linebacker here with this pick. I want to see if that outside linebacker is still available. I think he is. He might be. He's not. Go ahead over to the right outside linebacker and see what they're offering over there at right outside linebacker. Run stopper. Guy looks decent. Day 3 projected guy. Looks decent. Okay, abilities. I think we're going to take Dakota Jackson here. Hopefully he has hidden depth. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Normal depth. It's okay. That's going to end the draft, and I'll see you guys all in the recap. Okay, we're here in the recap, and it's time to take a look and see how we actually did. Our first pick was crazy. Woodley is an 80. If he's an X Factor, that's crazy. Our first 2 picks were insane. Really good picks. Then it kind of dropped off with these 2 linebackers. I do want to see that other linebacker. Was he taken in the 3rd? He had to have been taken in the 3rd. So this is where we took Sidney Culliver. Okay, glad we didn't get him. But he was actually in the 4th round. Woodson was in there. He was taken just before. Let's see. Wakefield was taken just before. If either of those guys would have fell to me, I probably would have wound up taking them. They're both really higher overalls. Let's see. He was another outside. Okay, so Keyshawn Phillips was actually a 75 overall. The other guy was a 73. Chris Browning was the guy we were looking at, and he was normal depth. So we didn't get him. We really would have missed either way, but looks like we actually missed on some potentially really good guys in the 3rd round because we took Kevin Bennett. We could have went out and got Keyshawn Phillips, one of the guys that I was looking at from that class. He is a hidden dev. I want to see what his dev is. He's probably only star, but if he is superstar, I'll be really, really upset if he is superstar. It looks like he's only star. But I guess we can go ahead and send to the playoffs, and I will see all of you over there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the wild card, and we have officially made it back with a 9-8 record yet again. And let's go take a look at the stats and see if our guy has finally bumped it up. 43 passing touchdowns, 10 picks, 4,200 yards, MVP candidacy. Bijan Robinson took a step back, but our boy Michael Penix Jr. is starting to flourish. So like Matthias actually had 17 touchdowns, only 928 yards, but 17 touchdowns is crazy. Defensively, looks like Dax Hill had 4 picks, Marcus Edison had 3, Sidney Colbert had 3. Leading us in sacks was again Trayvon Walker with 9. We gotta get Trayvon Walker really rolling here. Do we have any defensive rookie of the year guys at all? That'd be big time for us. No offensive rookie of the year guys, but we didn't really go offense. We did go defense a lot. Looks like Travis Woodley was up there along with Sidney Culver. Hopefully one of those guys does get a dev up, and hopefully we can make a deep run here in the playoffs. Let's see. Sim by sim, week by week, we take on the Seahawks and we win the wild card round. Can this 9-8 team make the Cinderella run that we're all hoping for? Taking on the Dallas Cowboys, the most unbeatable team in Madden history, and we take them down. Now remember, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won this division. No, the Carolina, what? Hey, I just want to say, look at the NFC South. The Carolina Panthers won with 10-7. The Falcons still made it with a 9-8 record. That is how pitiful the NFC was in the simulation. Falcons make it with a 9-8 record. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, do y'all have what it takes? Do the Falcons have what it takes? By the click of a button, we're going to find out. Do we know? I can't see anything. I think we didn't make it. I do not think we made it. I hope we did, but I don't think so. We did. It's the Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. And I guess I'm just going to keep sending this week by week. Let me yap a little bit here. This game is so incredibly, insanely stupid to sit here and sim, because I've gone 9-8 3 seasons in a row, and this team has just consistently gotten better. So like, it really makes no sense. You know, Michael Penix finally had the breakout year he was looking for. I think we can finally go and trust Michael Penix to do what he needs to do. He's probably up to star dev after the year that he had, and he's not. He's up to an 892 overall, and he's not star dev. Madden, make that make sense. Looks like Justice Noel actually went to a star. He was actually a superstar. I checked it at the midseason point. He went down to star, which does suck. Defensively, Woodley is up to an X Factor, boys. That's the biggest part. Looks like Trayvon Walker is finally getting rolling. AJ Terrell is, I think his age is starting to catch up with him. So we need, our Super Bowl window is slowly but surely closing. And we got a lot of re-signings we have to do. A lot of re-signings we have to do. Drake London being one of the biggest. We have to re-sign Drake London this year. We have to re-sign Trayvon Walker. We have to re-sign a lot of guys. Don't want to bring back the core of this team. Don't want to bring back Jesse Bates. I might bring him back for like 1 year tops. 1 year, give him a nice little deal. Let him come back for 1 year, and then we will go from there. Drake London is going to want a lot of money. Dax Hill's going to want a lot of money. Trayvon Walker is going to probably want the most out of all of them, even though he's the lowest overall. I don't think we can give up Drake London or the core of our offensive line. I feel like we have to accept Michael Penix's 5th-year option at this point. We've rode with him this far. We need to see it through. I think it is time that we got to sign these. These are the big 3. So, starting off with Drake London, I would keep him around for 4, but I might just let Manu Matthias take over. I'm going to let Manu Matthias take the reins, and I'll draft another receiver. We do need to bring back Dax Hill. However, one of the bigger guys, because I do want a lot of money in free agency. There's no guarantee that we're going to have that money in free agency. Trayvon Walker, we do want to make sure if we're going to bring back one of these guys, it is Trayvon Walker. He's developing really, really nicely, and I would like to keep him here. So we're going to bring back Trayvon Walker for certain. Do I want to bring back Drake London? 92 overall, only star dev. I feel like we're going to let both those guys walk. I know it's probably against my best interest to let those guys walk, but if we absolutely have to, it looks like Tyreek Hill is not coming back to the Dolphins either. So there's another one to keep in mind. We could sign him to a nice little measly 1 year deal. I think we just solved all our problems, and I know exactly why we saved all that cap. Welcome to the squad, Aiden Hutchinson. There is nothing keeping me from signing you. You will be coming to the Atlanta Falcons. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Thank you for choosing us. Have a wonderful day, Aiden Hutchin, and that sucks. Kyle Hamilton would be nice to sign. We did just re-sign Jesse Bates. Tyreek Hill. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna spend our money. We're gonna spend our money. A lot of it. A lot of the money. We're gonna spend a lot of the money. We're going all in. This is Super Bowl or bust year, guys. And I think it's time we go get Kyle Hamilton and let the guy cook for the Atlanta Falcons. We'll get Kyle Hamilton, and we will also bring back Drake London. Perhaps we bring back Drake London, or do we go boost our offensive line and Laramie Tunzel? I think we do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Laramie Tunzel to the team as well. We are going boom or bust here, guys. I don't think y'all understand. This is probably one of the best classes I've ever seen. We're getting George Karlaftis as well, and we're gonna bring in George Karlaftis as well. We're bringing in all these guys. I want every single one on my team by next Sunday. This is what's gonna send us to the Super Bowl. Do we need Kyle Hamilton? No, we actually don't. But he is younger, and he's gonna develop better than Jesse Bates. And I think we do trade away Jesse Bates here. Click of a finger. Do we get every single one of the guys? Super Bowl. Super Bowl, here we come. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this team went from 9-8 to 14-3 in one offseason. We do got to go edit some league settings, but this team just went from 9-8 to 14-3. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you understand how big those 4 signings really are for this squad. And they might have been overpaid. I might have overpaid for them, but we overpaid for a reason, and that reason being this is the Super Bowl or bust year. If we don't make the Super Bowl, I have no more excuses that I'm out of excuses. We got to get offensive line in this class because we don't have a single offensive lineman to our name. We also need to go get receiver in this class. Offense is a little spooked, but defensively, we just took major steps in the right direction. And I think I'm gonna start Woodley over at free safety, and I'm gonna trade away Jesse Bates. I think that's what we're gonna do. We signed him to a one-year deal. Keep that in mind. So I want to see if we can potentially get some big major offensive linemen for the squad, or a wide receiver too thrown in as well. We're gonna go look, and we're gonna see who has, some piece offensive linemen. Like we could go him, and we could get So they have a receiver. I know they've got to have a receiver. We need left guard mainly. Mainly need left guard. We could go to the Broncos here. We could go to the Broncos, get all of these guys, and then go get a 3rd rounder. I think that is how much Jesse Bates is worth, and it puts my team over the cap. So I think we can go do this, and I think we can get these two guys right here, and a 3rd round pick to fill that last offensive line spot. I think we can also grab a 4th round pick in there as well. Maybe a 2nd. I'll throw a 2nd in there, all for Jesse Bates. Broncos are being complicated. Okay, so we gotta go find someone that has really good amount of cap, unfortunately. Cardinals, do you have an offensive line that I could absolutely strip? Paris Johnson is one of those guys that I could bring to the squad. I guess we could go Bethel here. Froholt. That doesn't put us over the cap. Doesn't put them over the cap. Now, can we get a 3rd, 4th, and a 2nd? That is how much I value Jesse Bates right here. I don't think you'll understand. Doesn't go through, but I think if we take out this 3rd and this 4th, I think we have just revamped our entire offensive line. I will give up my 2nd rounder for all these guys. I'll give up a 3rd. I will trade my 3rd for your 2nd. Okay, we got to put in a 3rd. I'm putting a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and a 7th, and Jesse Bates. Those 3 guys, and your 2nd rounder. God, we're gonna have to wheel and deal here, but we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this trade to go through. This is gonna help our team tremendously. We gotta do picks. We gotta do picks. We're 2 stacked right now, so let me do a 4th and a 3rd from next year. Like I said, Super Bowl or bust year. Let me take out your 2nd rounder, and let me just throw in a 3rd rounder from next year, and this should go through. We got it. We got it, and we got our offensive line back, and we also have not really lost too much. Look at this team now. This team is ready to go more than it ever has been. Took one trade and a big free agency, but we need to go draft a receiver. Keep that in mind. But this team is the most ready it has ever been. Goodson is down there at cornerback again. This team is ready to go and ready to flourish. Braylon Trice is finally up to a star dev. Sean Culliver is a star dev. This team is ready to flourish, and I am so ready to see the Atlanta Falcons go to the Super Bowl this year. We also got to get another receiver for Michael Penix Jr. I will see you all in the draft. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are in the draft. Now, it all comes down to which draft pick we had yet again. We're going to have a pretty high draft pick this year because of how far we made it into the playoffs. 29. Is there any way that I could trade up into the top 10? I know there's some receivers on the board that I would really like to have. Don't have any guys favorited right now, but I do have a couple receivers scouted out. This guy being one of them. I want Brandon Moats, but I need to trade up and get him. And I need to get in the top 15 for him. I need to get in the top 15 for him. There's also a guy by the name of Dylan Kaysen, who he scouted out, who's a top 5 talent as well. We're going to need 2 first round picks. And I don't know how we're going to get them, but I feel like we need to trade. At least trade up to get a receiver. Right now, offensive line is not the key focal point. So we will go see if we can't get the Patriots pick and see what they're offering for their pick. See if they want to do anything with that. Chris Lindstrom, my first. AJ Terrell going away would be bad. So we are going to work with them here. We will trade you our first from this year. This is a boom or bust year, so I feel like I don't want to trade away our first from this year, but I will trade you our second, first from the next year, and then our second. Like, we will go all in for this pick, just so you can have some draft capital here in the future years. And we do get their 10th overall pick. And now we need to also trade up here to number 15, and to figure out how to get the Vikings pick, see what they want for their pick. I would love to trade up to 15 here. We are overpaying tremendously, but I think it's okay. We'll do that. No, we won't do that. That is a trade. They're trading up with us. Why would we trade back? Why would we trade back here? That makes no sense to me. Why would I trade back? I want to trade up. I will give you those picks, and then I'll also give you my first and third. And then I guess I'll go to my that's all I can really offer you is my first and my third. So let's see how far that gets us in the first place. Almost there. So maybe if I add in a bunch more picks, they do accept it. 4th and 5th. Maybe they accept this. Oh, that's close. If I take out these 5ths and I try to find an extra 3rd rounder in there somewhere, because I did see 1 3rd and a 4th. Maybe it goes now. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, we just don't have the things we need. How close is this? Okay, I think we can work with that. I think I can work with that. Give you a receiver. I need offensive line. I don't really have offensive line to offer. I don't even have D tackle to offer. Really don't even have right end. I have 2 really stud left and 3 actually. You can have a left end, but let me throw you a. We gotta make this happen. I'll throw you Jeff Kemp's. That went through. Oh my gosh, that went through. We're cooking. We're cooking. Okay, it is time to really cook now. Okay, so we should get the receiver here. I hope we get that receiver. Doesn't look like he went. There was a receiver that went top 5, so keep that in mind. But the big receiver that I've all been waiting for, Brandon Moats, looks really good. Hidden depth, number 6 in true talent. But this offensive lineman that we're about to draft, if he's still here, and he is, I'm hoping he looks even better. He is top 5 talent in the draft. Dylan Kaysen, top 5 talent in the draft. We need him. Looks great. Looks amazing. Number 1 in true talent hidden. We just hit. This is the Super Bowl or bust year. We have literally mortgaged our entire future for this, and I think because of that, I think y'all get to sit here and listen to me yap about how good of a draft that just was. We had the number 6 and the number 1 overall player that we both traded up for, and I really wanted both of those players. So I feel like this is now officially a Super Bowl squad. Let's go see their overalls and see exactly how good of a draft we just had, because I think we just really hit on the draft. I've never drafted a number 1 overall player in my entire life. He was an 83 overall. Is he gonna be superstar or superstar X Factor? Brandon Motes is a 79. Looks, we drafted a 72 overall. We drafted somebody to replace the guy that we traded away. Ladies and gentlemen, this is. Let me go into my settings here and readjust, put it to work, and auto readjust the rosters. This team is ready to go. More than ready to go. It is automatically readjusting. So this team is more than ready to go. And I don't think anything is really going to stand in our way now. I think this team is probably the best it's ever been. I think this is the year that we go to the Super Bowl. Yes, we don't have that superstar dev trait quarterback, but we do have a 92 overall with morale, Michael Penix Jr., and we have a great backup wide receiver to Manu Matthias. This offensive line looks amazing as well. Looking at the defensive side of things is where I'm most excited. This defense has finally came together. This defense is ready to go. This defense is ready to move. 3 X factors on this side of the ball. We're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. I will see you guys all in the playoffs. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, Madden. Madden, you got some serious problems to fix, and fix them soon. Because we just went 9-8 again. I still think we're going to win the Super Bowl. I think it's because of the quarterback. Kaysen was a superstar dev, and Motes was a superstar dev, by the way, guys. I think it's time Madden fixes their game. Because this team is not going 9-8 at any point in their careers, at any point in their life. Let's go take a look at the statistics for the year. Michael Penix Jr. had a Michael Penix Jr. type year. That is a really good year. Bijan Robinson had a really good year, 1,100 yards, only 6 touchdowns. Looks like Manu Matthias went crazy for 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, and Kyle Pitts did 947 for 6 touchdowns. Defensively, you're not telling me that Aiden Hutchinson is only getting 8.5 sacks and Trevor Walker is only getting 8. Where is... Karlaftis is not only getting 2. By the way, he kind of looks... Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, y'all. If anybody has seen the Aaron Hernandez story, like, on Hulu, is it just me or does George Karlaftis kind of look like the guy who plays Aaron Hernandez in that show? Hold on. Who plays Aaron Hernandez in the Hulu show? I don't know the name of the exact show, but Josh Andres Rivera. He kind of looks like him. George Karlaftis, sorry, you kind of look like the guy who plays Aaron Hernandez. That's a bad rep. Looks like our defense really didn't do nothing for us this year. We gotta switch the defensive schemes. The defensive schemes are killing us. It's not the offense at all. It's really not. We gotta switch the defensive schemes. I don't know what it was. I guess we switched over to the Dallas playbook, and I thought it would be good defensively, but I guess it's really not. What would be a good defensive playbook? I'm guessing Buffalo. Buffalo always has a good defense. So, or actually, no, Carolina and a 4-3 playbook is actually kind of crazy. I think we're gonna make a Super Bowl run. I genuinely do. I think we have a squad, so let's go ahead and make it happen. Wild card against the Washington Commanders. If this doesn't happen this year, I think I'm done with this rebuild because it's kind of ticking me off. Wild card against the Commanders. We take care of business. 8-9 Seahawks come to the 9-8 Atlanta Falcons. Let's see what we have going on for us going into the divisional round against the Eagles. Can we knock them down? Can we finally go to the Super Bowl? There's only one way to find out. It's all by the click of a button. We have been here in this position before. I don't think we did. If we just lost to the Eagles again, well, not again, but if we just lost in the conference championship again, I'm going to be so ticked. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a part 2 to this video, but let's go ahead and take a look at the actual squad. Let's take a look at the actual unit. We wrote it out with Michael Penix, and that was probably my first mistake, not drafting a quarterback. He's finally up to star dev. I might do another season. I might just do another season. I'm going to do another season, but I'm going to quickly get through the draft and quickly get through the the free agency and all that stuff. I will see you guys next season. I'm gonna see you guys in the next season because I will tell y'all all about the free agency and the draft and all that in the next season. I'll let you guys know about all of that, but I think one more season is all this team needs, and they're Super Bowl ready. I will see you guys over there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have decided against better judgment. I normally only do 3 to 4 years on these rebuilds. I feel like Madden really screwed us there, unfortunately. I I think this is gonna be too long of a video if I go an extra year, so I think it's time that I do call it. It was an amazing rebuild. This team actually came together really nicely. This team is a really good team, but we are losing a lot of heart and soul in this team, and it's gonna be rough the next few years because we did mortgage our entire future for guys that we really needed to make this rebuild complete. And Bijan Robinson, he's gonna be gone after this year. This is a great team to say the least. I can't be more proud of this team, more proud of the things that they have done, the steps they have taken in the right direction. Aiden Hutchinson, Kyle Hamilton, Bijan Robinson, Michael Penix. These are all amazing guys that are ready to take the step up. But I'm gonna end the rebuild here. I feel like this team needs one more year, and if you guys do want a part two, I will do a part two. Just let me know in the comment section down below. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what video y'all want to see next. Y'all want to see the Seahawks? I've been thinking about the Seahawks moving on from Geno Smith. Y'all want to see me even rebuild a good team like the Ravens, or rebuild the Bengals after the year that they just had? Potentially re-sign, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and keep Joe Burrow in there as well. Keep the core of that Bengals roster in there. Should I rebuild the Kansas City Chiefs? I've been thinking a lot on it. I've been thinking a lot on the teams. I do want to, looking at these teams now, I want to kind of do the Rams. I want to do the Cardinals, the Panthers. I'd love to do the Panthers. Um, I would also like to do Tampa Bay. A lot of NFC teams, a lot of AFC teams that I want to do, like the Miami Dolphins as well. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.